Hey guys, how are you today? I hope things are going well where you are. We are in the middle of another blizzard. Yesterday we had cold warnings. It was minus 40. Today it's warmed up nicely and it's snowing so heavy I can barely see the house next door. It's just winter. It's just winter. So I'm thinking about actually turning a place into a fantasy farm. Now I have this one which is actually called Fantasy Farm. You guys know about this one. This was the first one I was working on when I ever started recording here. This was the first, actually this was the first farm I ever had. And I've never quite made it to 250 with that because, you know, you get distracted. Oh, I guess I haven't been here in a couple of weeks. There's a thing. Now, this is the one I recycled. And there's a lot of just random bits and pieces like this in here at the moment. You know, a quest would come up when I'm here and I plop something down real fast to, you know, to have it be a thing. What do we have for questing? I probably shouldn't have taken the long ones. Oh, it's Miranda Doggies. Is that, whoops. So, it's not Miranda I have. Anyway, so this has all been recycled once upon a time. This was, yeah, this is the first recording I ever did was off this place. And it got really big and busy, and I thought, you know what, I just want to do it better. So I hit the recycle button, which took me months to get up the courage to do, but you know, I got it done. And then started rebuilding in here for a little neighborhood area over here. You know, just some housing and yards and little gardens, quite a bit bigger than I've got on you know, other farms in terms of gardens and stuff, a fair bit bigger. Oh yeah, we get the little farm over here, the little tea, the place where they grow their own tea. Makes perfect sense. Excuse me. So that's what's going on here at the moment. Not a whole lot of everything because of the recycling issue. We've got some cash. Now the best part about this one, the best part about doing this farm is everything is opened. So there'd be nothing to worry about getting to. Ooh, that's right, we have stevia now. That's so cute. I love it. Yeah, everything's been open on this one for a dog's age, right? So there's nothing, I could just start building. So that's a definite bonus to this one. I've got some cash, I've got, you know, some things, not tons and tons of everything, but certainly enough to start building properly and get this place going. But I do, if we're going into a fantasy, and it is called Fantasy Farm, right? So it feels like that this needed to be the first place that I looked and sort of, you know, thought about building on for a fantasy scenario. Now on the map, what could I do? I actually dreamt about this last night because this is what I do when I get into these games. I thought about just putting a block of trees, all of our trees just in a row right around the map. Just start with that. And then put, you know, perhaps a train around that in the center. Oh, I've got a couple of train things in already, don't I? I do indeed. Oh, they're already. That's a train right there. That little thin line you're seeing along the edge there is trains. And then going for the Hansel and Gretel thing, the forest thing, the unicorns, the stuff. Just go for it. We've got so many of these things that could be used in a fantasy setting, and I thought, you know what, maybe just go do that. Go do her. Do the do. Man, I forgot what these houses even looked like. So yeah, around the time I was recycling this one, I was starting what became Air Dutch Farm. I had changed the name because a lovely, lovely lady named Dutch did so much work on my farm to help me level the thing that I ended up changing the name to be named after her, which seemed like a nice thing to do. And now I always think of her when I go there. It's so nice. And then we have Delft Haven, which was my first flat map. So I wanted to, you know, I thought it's very flat. We'll go with the sort of Netherlands vibe to it. Lots of flowers, lots of flats. So I called it Delft, which is a town in the Netherlands that I absolutely adore. I tried to move there once. It didn't actually work out because I mean, it might have if I'd have tried harder, but but it was there or Scotland, and Scotland was just turned out to be a lot easier, and I really, really love Scotland. Anyway, that was my first choice. I'm sorry, but I liked Delft a lot, and it was quite lovely place. Quite lovely. So this is the exact same layout I've got on the tree house that I have on the other map on Delft Haven. Anyway, this is a possibility. This one would be easy. This one would definitely be easy. There's a lot in place already. I could just start ripping out anything I didn't want. This clump in the middle is just mess. It's just literally mess. Not there for any particular reason except that I would come in occasionally and there'd be a quest that needed doing, and I'd plop down something to do it with, and it can all be deleted quite easily. I suppose even on a fantasy area, I mean my housing area there, my little residential place, that could be perhaps the main town, and I could change those up to include fantasy a little bit more, couldn't I? On that new gingerbread house, that could just be the candy shop in town that looks like a gingerbread place, right? Yeah, we could build a town center. I do have one here, but I feel like it's too small. I want something bigger and more spacious. I think that would be nice. More spacious, more better. Like there, I've got this little town center here, and I think it's cute. I think it's absolutely charming. It's convenient to use. Everything is right there. But I'm feeling like, you know what, the heck with convenience. I think I'll go bigger. Maybe just take all of this out and go bigger. I was actually thinking about making each shop lot to be like the neighborhood over here, with a proper lot around it, where everybody's got lots and lots of. This is a fantasy world. We've all got lots of land. Why not, right? Oh, goodness. So maybe this is definitely one of the options that I am currently considering. You have nothing. You're doing nothing. What is wrong with you? Learn the music, make the things. Thank you much. And I mean, I could just start a brand new farm. That is always a possibility. And there was another one that is, I think I'm up around 90, level 90. Let's go have a look. So this is possibility one. Let's exit this. Yes. And look at, no, I don't want to find farm. I'll look at my farm. So I wanted to look at, there was one, this one, a Kiss for Luck farm. Now was this the one? Oh, it's been a couple weeks here too. Now this one's just sort of, everything's just plopped down. This one's a big old mess because I was still in the process of leveling it. And you guys have seen how I level. It ain't pretty. But I've got the whole place open. Well, that's just sweet. And I've started doing the alphabetical plant thing. You know why I quit this map? This is the one, isn't it? Yeah. Look up here. Look up at the top, the upper right hand. I'm trying to point, and it's not going to work, of course. Upper right hand corner where you see how many diamonds and ribbons and things I have. And I have, 9 million diamonds, 10 million ribbons, 10 million. This is the one where I had the quick growth mod on, and I left the room, and Bella came in and started clambering around on my keyboard and turned everything on. No, I came back in and turned everything off, but by then it's too late. You've got the stuff. She also lost me. Was this the one that she lost me like 4.5 billion gold? I believe I had been really working to get the gold up. And, or was that the one I did? I can't remember. But yeah, that's the thing. This is the one I got all the stuff. So all of a sudden you don't really have a lot to work for. It's great for just building. It is. It's quite nice for just, I'm just going to build tra-la. But I kind of lost interest in it. I got bored. There was like nothing to work toward, and it was just like everything was easy, and I got bored. Like, true story. I don't think I have everything open on this map yet, do I? I mean, maybe I do. I guess, okay, I do. If I've got all the veg open, then it bodes well for everything else. No, look at all the animals. Okay, so that's going to be the one challenge, is I don't have all the animals open yet. Oh, in the new flowers. Those are so cute. And I don't have all the flowers open yet. Okay, so, there's the thing. So this one's a possibility. Everything is open. It's not a flat map. And we'd have to start leveling over again. There are some things in place to make some cash with. That's nice. What's all belong here? No, just flowers. Oh, that's right. This is when I had just started. This is where I was growing various bits and pieces. This would need a lot of reorganization because, man, I've made a mess of this thing, haven't I? As I do. Or, you know, we could just start with a brand new farm too. So these are the kind of obvious to me. I keep clicking that, don't I? The sort of obvious. The Kids for Luck and Fantasy seem like, you know, the ones, and then there's all these other in between ones. So there's a thing. Or we could just start a brand new farm. Now this one was the hilly place. I have that set for private. I wonder why. Who knows? Probably late some night. I guess I haven't been here in a while. This was me wanting to try the hilliest farm, I think. Breezy Hills, right? Lots of hills over there. Look at that. Okay, that's kind of amazing looking, isn't it? Wow. Look at all the hills. That's beautiful. And that's the, you know, we could just take one of these too and do that. So they're, you know, starting a brand new farm, which seems pointless because they have all these, you know, level 1, 2 to 10 sort of beginning farms already. Start at a very low end like this, in the middle at Fantasy Farm with its 98 level or something. Although that's the one that's got all the stuff. Or Kids for Luck Farm. Okay, I could do this one, which gives me a lot to work with because it's been recycled and it's already called Fantasy Farm. I'm thinking that's probably the easy way to do it. This one, like I said, as soon as everything became available, I just kind of lost interest. I did look up how to, you know, how to change the files to be able to get rid of all that stuff. So I do know how, and I just never got to it. It's like, well, I'd have to look it up again, but I could put those down to normal numbers. It is doable. I just, you know, there's always another farm, so who cares? It's kind of how I was feeling, I guess. And ghoulfish. And so we've got our sort of more fantasy related buildings over there behind us with the pirate ship and the castle and the tent and whatever. And we do have a residential place started already. I really would want to make this bigger. I probably wouldn't recycle the farm right off because I've done a fair bit of work along here. But I'm tempted. I'm tempted to just recycle one more time. Like, for real. Because I'm sitting here thinking, I want to get rid of that. I want to change the downtown. I got to clean up all this mess. I mean, I guess I could leave the railroad track behind the wall of trees, because what I was thinking, and I'm going to have to do some math on this, so I'm not all that keen, but you know, I was thinking I could take the plants, the trees, and do something like this right around the whole map with the trees. Just make an entire row of trees, so there's this solid boundary between our little fantasy world and the rest of the world, right? You know, you have to get through the forest or the dark trees. There's just that wall of trees that blocks things. And I suppose I could leave the train on the outside of that. Maybe that's not too bad an idea. Okay, I'm thinking fantasy stuff. If I did something like that, all the way around, just trees all the way around. I have to move these down here, but that's no big deal. and left the train behind it. Maybe I could just take part of this farm. I could have like a little normal farm part, and maybe this track right here is the dividing line. Everything on this side is the fantasy farm world. Maybe. Ooh, lots of things to do here. I'd have to probably move this then, because I don't really, this doesn't look all that fantasy-like. This just looks like a whole bunch of flowers. But maybe that could be the thing. We could have a regular farm here, and this would be the whole fantasy thing. Just put the plants really thick, the trees really thick all the way around it. And I think I'd move this over so that I can plant trees there without these hills getting in the way. So just slide this whole thing over a little bit. I think we'll do that. I mean, really, right. I think so. I think we have a thing. I mean, this is called Fantasy Farm. And I've been wanting to get back to this. Okay, this is it. This will be the next new project, guys. We're going to have a creepy little magical forest over here. Well, maybe not creepy. But, yeah. It's not quite half the map that's going to get this tossed away and wasted. But we're fine. It's going to be good. Okay, I have a plan. This is it. This is what we're going to do. For sure, for sure. And then I'm already at 220 with this farm, so it won't take too awfully long to reach 250, and that'll be my third farm at 250. Sounds cool beans to me. And I will move that this railroad track over first thing. And we'll have to have some sort of entrance to the forest, right? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, I just got all excited. I have a new plan. Oh, gosh. Okay, so where would we put the entrance to the forest? I don't know, right along here maybe? Just, it's a nice stretch going in. A side of pond. Or right here, so you have to cross the little bridge to get in. That's not bad. This could be the entrance just along here. Lots of trees hiding everything. Oh yes. Cool stuff. All right, I have a plan. That's what we're gonna be working on going forward. I mean, I've still got the other farms, and I will continue. I haven't finished the last one, so we will be in and out of there. But this, I'm revisiting Fantasy Farm. We have done a recycle. We have come up with a new idea. So thanks to the little gingerbread house, the whole thing is changing, and I'm cool with that. That's good. So I see you again tomorrow. I hope you're not in the middle of a blizzard, or if you are, I hope you like making snow forts. Bye bye, guys. Have a good time. Thanks for the thumbs up and the comments. You are wonderful.